So often we think that our encouragement don't really make a difference. And more often than not, I think people stop encouraging or supporting others because they cannot always see the difference it is making in other people's lives. Which reminds me of the apparently true story of the man who was involved in a terrible accident. He lost both legs and his left arm and only had a finger and a thumb remaining on his right hand. Fortunately though, despite his life-altering injuries, he still had a brilliant mind, enriched with good education and broadened with world travel. At first he thought there was nothing he could do but learn to cope with his own situation. But then he thought that it was always so nice to receive letters from other people. Why not write them? He could still use his right hand, even though it was difficult. But to whom could he write? What if he could encourage someone who also felt shut in as a result of their circumstances, just like he was? And almost immediately he thought of people in prison. Maybe his words could mean something to them. And so he contacted the prison ministry and asked whether he could write letters, and they told him that any letters he wrote could not be answered because it was against prison rules. Despite this news though, he decided that he'd start his one-sided correspondence and wrote letters to prisoners twice every week. This was incredibly taxing and tested his strength to the limit. He poured out his whole soul in the letters, sharing his experience, his wisdom, his hope and his faith in his writing. But not getting any response back was sometimes extremely difficult to him, and there were times when he felt so discouraged and tired that he just wanted to give up. However, he also felt that this was his one remaining activity, and he resolved to continue with it as long as he could. Finally, after a long time, he got a letter from the prison. It was very short and was written on prison stationery by the officer whose duty it was to censor the mail. All it said was, "Please write on the best paper you can afford. Your letters are passed from cell to cell till they literally fall to pieces." Friends, whatever you are doing to support or encourage others, please don't stop. Take time to write, to smile, to listen, to send a message, but continue to build anyone you can with whatever means you can, because you never know how it is passed on from person to person.